the Ebro, Rosenberg show.
Okay, Thursday vibes. Fresh out from the outside.
Oh,
Fresh from the outside.
I live outside.
That's
now.
outside P.
Outside P is crazy.
You know what I mean?
I'm on the outside looking in. You on the inside looking out. Anyways, it was a great time, bro.
Nah, it was. Last night, shout to Apple Music, shout to Rock Nation, The Reasonable Doubt.
All of Ebro's employers in the building.
You know what I mean?
Rock
Reasonable
Nation
Doubt pop
and
up.
Apple.
You know what I mean? Sounds like jealous. Sounds like hate. But yeah, no, go over there. It's going to run through the Yankee Stadium shows, the whole experience, the celebration of Reasonable Doubt, celebration of Jay-Z's musical career. So they have the pop-up in Dumbo. There's also one down in Bowery in an old, it doesn't open till tonight, I think. In that old subway station where they do events down there on Bowery. They got a little pop-up action over there too.
That's fire.
So it's gonna be a good time, and I guess we officially start the Jay-Z 30 celebration.
Well, yeah, we're here now, baby.
You know what I mean? It's on.
It's on.
Today is the actual 30th anniversary of the album Reasonable Doubt, and today on Apple Music, you could just ask your phone to play Apple Music 1. It's all Jay all day. So after I leave here, I gotta go over there. I got a whole I'm gonna take all of the people who have used Jay-Z's lyrics. Which there's a lot of trash out here. People who have tried to reference Hove in their songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then also people who just use similar samples as Jay. So I'm gonna do that today at 3:00.
You're gonna, I'm
like like Cardi B did Imaginary Players.
Right.
Yeah.
So just do stuff like that.
I'm trying to think of some other ones off the top of my head.
Meek Mill in The Dream used was I Love You Mama. What was the one on Blueprint?
That is Mama. Mama is
Mama. Yeah, they use that beat. So I'm gonna do stuff like that.
Okay. That's fun.
And Cole has obviously referenced Hove lyrics a lot.
Sure.
Shout out to Ryan Witherspoon. He's got a record out where he used Song Cry as a part of the hook. So it'll be a good time.
Nice.
I'm glad Ho's finally getting his flowers. You know what I mean?
You think so? You think it's about that?
Yeah, for so long he's been under the radar.
So, but
this is giving him his due.
So look, all jokes aside for a second, I found myself, because we often get really upset when we lose people that were great. And we didn't think, and that's where the term flowers comes from, because it was like, a lot of people don't get their flowers till after they die. And you just say, oh, finally Hove got his flowers. But I never suspected to be living in a time where we were going to be celebrating Reasonable Doubt, or that, I was on the radio when this came out. I remember getting the vinyl for the first time. You remember getting the vinyl for the first time.
Yeah.
There was no far stretch of our imagination that would think that this person would be doing sold-out shows at Yankee Stadium. That wasn't the tone of hip-hop at the time. He wasn't the person that was, projected to be that.
He wasn't. No.
Level.
No. They believed it, but I don't think anyone else saw it.
But that wasn't what was going around, and this is against the backdrop of, Bad Boy, Death Row, all of this stuff is happening.
Yeah,
Outkast is out. There's a lot of stuff out at this 96 time.
Well, it's June 96. Tupac is still alive.
Yes.
Big is still alive. It's all happening. So, listen, you're right. No one expected that he was going to become like I said, they all did. But you know how many people I could go to throughout history where the team around them were like, oh, no, we knew we were about to be the next biggest thing. And they weren't. It actually happened to be
How about
them.
most?
Anyone who had the slightest bit of motion, the manager, the DJ, everyone around them were like, yo, we were about to do it. We were right there. That's how music is. And with Jay, all the things that needed to happen sort of happened.
Yeah.
I don't think sort of happened. I think he willed it to happen. I think he did the work. I think he made the business deals. I think he took the sacrifices. He did the things. He caught the L's. He took the ridicule.
And to your point, I think a lot of people forget that when the album dropped, it didn't go platinum gold. How many years did it take for it to become?
It went gold. It went gold in not that long. Platinum took longer.
I think first week was less than 100,000.
Yeah, I don't think it was that huge when it.
No, I would think less than 100,000. I would think in the 50,000 range, something like that. It was not a huge deal when it came out.
Right.
That is for sure.
It was a huge deal for people who loved hip hop.
still wasn't huge. I mean, I went to the store that day and
It was
bought
huge for you. You loved hip hop.
Yeah, but even I still would say not huge. I would say it was big the way I was excited for all the artists at that time that I really liked. Dropping an album was a big deal, a new Artifacts album. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But that's what I mean. I
it
guess
was a big deal. It was like, oh, I like this guy a lot.
But I think it's important also to frame it that way because in 1996, as big as Pac is, as big as B.I.G. is, remember you have the score of the Fugees, right? Huge album.
What's the date on that?
What's the date on the score?
Humongous.
Because that was big. I feel like the whole next year.
February 13th, 96.
Oh, it was already.
It was already out.
big.
So yeah.
So you have all of this stuff happening. So you do have mainstream hip hop taking place,
Right.
right?
But the idea that Ain't No became that big, like out of Mick Show, was interesting. It was him rhyming on an old beat. Like, you guys hear that 90% of people who hear Ain't No just go, oh, that's Jay-Z Foxy joint.
I think the Alcoholics had already rhymed on it, right?
After EPM, I mean,
After EPMD.
you already jumped to the cover.
Right.
It's the EPMD record, bro. It's my thing.
Yeah.
And that's already it. That's why they rhyme. The idea was definitely, ooh. And I've never asked them about this.
Who's them?
I don't think, who produced Ain't No?
Was it Ski?
I mean, it's barely a production, so it's like not a crazy production, but I don't know if it's Ski or Clark or who did Ain't No, because again, it's not the biggest production. My guess, Ski is probably the likely culprit.
Big Jazz.
Big Jazz.
So Jazz, I'm guessing when he does that, I'm guessing they're just thinking, yo, let's flip the EPMD. And
It was a B-side.
but it's a B-side. It's like a freestyle record. It's a little like we'll throw Foxy on it and we'll rap on the EPMD shit and we'll have a fun little joint.
Reasonable Doubt goes gold September 18, 1996.
So it went gold that year.
Okay, yeah.
So September though, the whole summer. So it started, and I wonder when does it say? If you go on Wikipedia, what's the release date for Ain't No as a single, not as the B-side to Dead
Released
Presidents?
March 26, 1996.
And what about Dead Presidents?
Hang on. Well, the only three Dead Presidents isn't even listed as a single here, but let's go look. Hang on.
Because Dead Presidents is months earlier.
Yeah.
February 20th.
February 20th, yeah.
And you're saying, hold on.
And that's DP1, by the way.
So Dead Presidents original, they're saying came out in February,
According to the internet.
and it's saying that Ain't No came out end of March.
Yeah, as a single.
So
it calls it a single.
But what that means to me is Dead Presidents was out as a promo
Right.
months before
For
that.
Yeah.
And these people started playing the Ain't No on the back, and
then they
then
officially made it a single.
in March. It was like, no, this is the one we're going with.
Right, because on the internet it says the single Can't Knock the Hustle is August 29th.
Right.
That's the official single release. And Feeling It as a single was April 15th the following year. They're still working.
They were because it got so big as time went on.
Exactly.
You're trying
It goes gold in September.
So you're like, hey, let's just keep milking this thing. But it's just interesting that Ain't No became as big as it did. That is really, we could talk about a million things with Jay-Z. There is no Jay-Z without Ain't No. I don't know that, you don't know that.
Let me throw this at you.
I don't know that Can't Knock the Hustle, the vibe of Can't Knock the Hustle cannot match the club vibe of Ain't No.
It's different.
It's just different.
It's just different.
Well, and the ill part, remember, is, and I talked about this on the Rap Life Review on Apple, Jay-Z's a reluctant rapper. Wasn't the thing that this was going to be his one and done album? He didn't even want to be a rapper.
He's been retiring since he came out.
Wasn't that a thing?
Yeah, bro.
I've heard it so many times.
No, he's dead ass been retiring since the first album. It's the crazy. It's wild.
But then you get into, I think, and this is important. I think we're looking 30 years back. This album saved his life.
Yeah, I mean, it completely changed.
Because now, fast forward, you're laying getting your hair done by the most famous woman in the world, and you have 3 children. You're living this beautiful life.
Yeah.
Have accomplished insane
But
things.
your choice at that time, obviously, he chose to go down this path because it became interesting and lucrative, and he saw the business opportunity. But in recording Reasonable Doubt, I guess I'll do it.
That's the story. Yes, that he was always kind of like, which seems crazy for a guy who'd been pursuing rap at that point, you know, to some degree for a few years.
Well, I think it was
and
like
improving,
but also
working.
he saw a lot of people who were pursuing rap not doing well.
Well, and also there's a certain element of, you know, guys, let's be clear. Jay-Z has always been too cool for school. That is part of what his brand is. We're not going to pretend like it's not. So all these people want to be rappers. I'm not trying to be a rapper.
Yeah.
When it's like, bro, you're the ultimate rapper. You're just cool, so you're being like, nah, I'm not like them. I'm like something else. When really, he idolized Big Daddy Kane.
Right.
And clearly...
Well, he had I think that's another part of the story, too, is appreciation for art, right? Which becomes annoying when people start saying he's rapping about collecting art. But he always, like, have you ever read Decoded? You guys ever read that book?
I mean, I read pieces of it.
No.
It's evident in that book in his early years how interested he was in just art and creative things.
Well, he has stayed incredibly locked in on hip-hop. Like, he, you know, name an underground rapper from my world who I interview or talk to regularly, you know, Conway, Gunn, Makhami, you know, you name it. If they get to a certain level where people are checking, Jay's usually set the meeting and had time with them and wanted to impart advice. And it's always this appreciation of the way that they do their art. He sits back and will like marvel at like, wow. And he really, really enjoys that still. That's never gone away, you know?
Yo, we had a heritage conversation, Jay and I, just the other day. He texted me because he saw the clip of us talking about the hair convo.
Oh, really?
I was like, yo, you saw that?
Oh, wow.
And so
Did that even move around?
Apparently, it moved around his algorithm, or someone sent it to him. I don't know how it happened.
I mean, it moved a little, right? I've seen it.
But he was like, yo, man, I really appreciate that convo. Like, that's dope. Like, because, you know, the clip was me talking about dealing with Issa's hair and her complexion and these feelings that she has. And as a parent, when you see that, and I haven't seen the whole thing.
Oh,
I've only seen the trailer. But obviously in there, and you brought this up, Laura, about him deciding to grow his hair out because he wanted to show Blue it could be done. Because remember, Blue's young and being ridiculed publicly about her hair texture.
Insane. It was so disgusting. You remember?
When she's 5 years old and people were talking about her edges and her hair not
internet.
being done and this and that. And she was like a child. She's 4 or 5.
Child. Yeah, it was disgusting. It was pretty bad.
But to your point of him checking for things, the fact that someone at that level cared to reach out about a convo we were having, it's a big deal for me.
Well, remember when he called and checked me back in the day? That was based on that's pre-internet really moving. Like, things. There was no algorithm.
Right.
You had to actively be like kind of looking for stuff. Like there wasn't your algorithm feeding you stuff. And he heard a conversation and was like, I don't like that. I don't like that take. I need to get you on the line. It's to this day one of the craziest moments of my life, for sure.
I mean, even our sister Nancy conversation, you guys remember?
Oh, yeah.
We're in the documentary. Like, that's how they found her.
Still didn't get me the 45.
And then ultimately he ends up sampling Bomb Bomb on 444, which
Yeah.
the money goes straight to Sister Nancy.
Yep.
So that was a great conversation.
Now he's always checked in. I've always felt a little because he's not uber sensitive. I don't feel the way with him that I feel with other artists, where like I feel like they truly don't get my takes over the years. He's like, he's aware enough to know that I'm annoying, but that my intentions are always like hip hop.
Right.
Whereas some people are just, let's be honest, bitches, and they hear one take that maybe subs one thing they did in some way, and it's always like a Whereas with Jay, I feel like he can really sense when someone's a fan and loves the music, because he really does love hip hop.
Yeah.
Which is the funny thing about like the fact there are people right now, you know, spitting up their breakfast listening to us right now, because it really has become like trendy in some hater world to hate on Jay.
Well, because success. So I think Jay is the person who's successful. But if you think about hip hop, always there's been a backlash anytime somebody got successful, and in a lot of genres. Be honest with you, like I hear rockers talk about this. No,
Like
like
meaning
you sold out, meaning you're not this struggling artist anymore, so I don't find you as appealing as I used to, because I felt like I was supporting someone in their their beginning journey, and then now that you're success. We do it with all types of shit, by the way. We do it with clothes. When there's a brand that we like that's kind of like, yo, this is my little brand, and it blows up and everybody's like, I ain't fucking with it no more. You know what I'm saying? Or restaurants, or we do it with like, it's just something that people do. And I think because his wealth, his success overall, both personally and business, I think people just don't know how to. That's the definition of hate.
And his marriage. That's a big one.
That's why I said overall success.
Yeah.
Well, and then there's the other part that's complicated, which is their level of wealth.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Like, there are people who, understandably, are just revolted by a certain level of wealth. And in society we live in, where it's such a thing of very few haves and so many have-nots, especially right now, to know about a couple that makes that much money, and listen, and they're definitely capitalists and put out businesses and continue to make money. There are people who will take all of their ire, instead of looking at the real, true corporate giants, they turn it on the person that they're closest to.
Well, because they see them.
Because there's and they actually are of regular people at some point and became this. But to me, it's like, if they're the billionaires who you're angry at are Jay-Z and Beyonce, you're not looking at the big picture of what's really going. That's the hate part, because I get it. You could say, hey, I didn't love the NFL thing. I didn't love the Target thing. Listen, he's not been flawless when it comes to his business dealings. No person is. I can't identify with being at that level of business, so I don't express that much about it one way or the other. I also don't I never idolized his business acumen. Like, for a lot of people, they obsess over that part of it. To me, I've always obsessed over the artist, Jay-Z.
Right.
So, I know he happened to be rich, and I know he's done really well with business, and he also married one of the most brilliant artists of all time, who also does really good business.
Look, I can hear you spiraling. You're about to start hating, too. You're like, no. Straight business. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Sorry. No, but my obsession with him's always been the music. So it's like, whether he has a good business moment or a bad business moment, I look at Jay-Z as one of the greatest MCs to ever pick up a microphone.
Do you have a favorite 3 songs on Reasonable Doubt?
I do. I think it's fairly easy for me. Actually.
Okay, let's hear it.
I believe it's Dead Presidents, Bring It On.
Bring It On, that's interesting.
And The Evils, probably.
And The Evils. Laura, what about you? You
to
need
me,
a track list?
It's definitely Feeling It.
Okay.
I love Can't Knock the Hustle. I don't care how commercial it is. I love it.
It's not that commercial.
No,
I love it.
It's a good record. I love it.
And then I will say maybe Can I Live?
So I'm with you on Can I Live, Politics as Usual, and probably...
You're pronouncing the word wrong, but...
What, Politics as Usual?
Yeah. Usual.
Oh, sorry.
What?
Politics as Usual.
What the fuck is this guy talking about?
And maybe Friend or Foe.
Ooh, Friend or Foe could replace The Evils for me. That's a battle. And also, I mean, listen, Brooklyn's Finest.
I love Brooklyn's Finest.
It's just like it's gotten so big as the years went on that like you hear it so much.
Well, I listened to the 3 I named.
That's so good.
The 3 I named, I listened to casually.
Right.
Like I just listen. Now, if I'm like playing like something for other people, I'm gonna play Can't Knock the Hustle and Brooklyn's Finest and Feeling It and whatever. But personally, I casually listen to those 3. I've told you guys about my all-time Heat playlist.
We know it's fantastic.
It's a fire play. Do you want it? I can give it to you. I can share it.
I have to cancel my Spotify, and I still.
You're still there,
bro.
God.
Listen.
That's where he started.
It's right. That's the thing. Like I obviously would make sense at this point to.
Yeah, because they have the little apps now that you can.
Yeah, but you're like, it's. Do I feel? I just don't feel. Yo, this is how streamers get you. By the way.
Yeah.
You're just like, I don't feel like doing it, but I would like. I'm sure I'd love your all-time Heat playlist. And I could debate some things too. It'd be fun to be like, yo, I just stumbled on this one.
There's definitely things in there that I get to. I'm like, why did I put this?
Yeah, why did I think this was all time Heat? This ain't all. It was Heat at that moment.
At that moment,
it's not all time.
Not all time. But to have an album in hip hop, I mean, Illmatic was one. We celebrated 2030. We celebrated all the years
all the
with
time.
Illmatic. They went
hard. Reasonable Doubt celebrating 30 years. I believe we celebrated 20 and 25 with Reasonable Doubt. But not to this level. We're doing this year, and Hove doing the concerts at Yankee Stadium. Big, obviously, we celebrate. Pac, All Eyes on Me. What other?
Well, the tribe. There was
The
pretty
Tribe.
Big,
Oh yeah,
yes.
yeah. Tribe stuff.
That was actually pretty fire.
Yeah, they did Low End and Midnight both got
Yeah,
like
yeah.
all of them, and the first one all kind of got there.
Have we done proper Outcast celebrations?
I don't think so.
I don't feel like it's been proper.
No.
I don't feel like there's been a proper Outcast album. I know there was commemorative vinyl Cast One worked on. Remember?
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Well,
yes,
that was
yes,
for
yes.
Stankonia last year.
Yeah.
Which I don't even remember what the anniversary was.
But I would also love to point out in this conversation around Reasonable Doubt,
25 for Stankonia, probably. Yeah.
I think it was, because the guy that made the album owns the album and all of everything associated with the album, we're getting more. Right? Like because this person still wants to show up, like Nas still had his own company that wanted to promote and partner with Sony to promote Illmatic, right? Like so a lot of artists don't even have control of their story enough to create, like last night, to create an event with photography and merch and don't even have it. Like and for me, I think as somebody who's older and have watched a lot of people make a lot of money off hip hop and watched some people in, you know, the artists and the DJs and the people who help create the stuff and create the culture make some. Like, I think it's a powerful statement that we're able to live in a time where there is a Jay-Z that can set this standard, that can say, yo, when I dropped my first album 30 years ago, it wasn't platinum the first week. It wasn't all over the radio or whatever the
Yes.
it wasn't the most talked about thing at the time. But I owned it.
Yeah.
I persevered.
Yep.
I kept putting out, you know, music. I kept putting up jump shots. I stayed in the game and became the most successful rapper and business person in music history. Like we're seeing history right now.
43,000 first week for Reasonable Doubt. It peaked at 23 on the Billboard 200.
Like like there's people who make fun of that now.
Well, and it's funny that they would do that because no one's actually selling 43,000 copies in a week anymore. The biggest artists in the world, they're making up stats to tell you. Well, they're making up numbers that are telling you it's 43,000, but
43,000 went to the store at a time where people were bootlegging too.
So remember that 43,000 people bought that album,
Walked into a place,
and that was considered not big at all. They're estimating, I saw yesterday online, I don't know if this is true, you would maybe know more than me, that Lizzo did under like a 3,000 first week. That's what I saw.
and that's streaming.
Yes. Like that big artists aren't reaching it's hard for big artists to reach people, bro. It's not. And in that era, 43,000 was considered, if we were to go, I would love to play a game of let's look at other hip-hop albums that time and just comp a few. You know? Like, I mean, and I'm not talking about huge artists. I'm trying to think of who else dropped in 96.
Let's look at it.
Yeah, who are the 96 rap releases?
Hip-hop albums, 1996.
It's a fun time, but I can't like offhand.
Tupac, All Eyes on Me.
Is Ghostface 96?
Nas, It Was Written. Outkast, A.T. Aliens. Fuji's The Score. And that was the year Pac dropped also Machiavelli. Ghostface Killer, Iron Man.
Wait, Pac dropped Machiavelli. Oh, that's after he died, though.
Yeah.
End of the year.
Yeah. Mobb Deep, Hell on Earth.
I'd love. What's the Mobb
Yeah,
Deep Hell on
Ghostface,
Earth?
Iron Man.
And Iron Man. Louis, can you get us the Mobb Deep Hell on Earth first week and the Ghostface Iron Man first week? I'd love to know how those comp to Jay-Z, just to give you like a little perspective.
Yeah.
And I don't know
Well,
the
you
answer.
know, All Eyes on Me was out of here first week.
Well, All Eyes on Me, I'm sure, is a few 100,000 first week. I mean, that's
Maybe,
to be
yeah.
expected.
What a great year.
I mean, until Tupac died, that kind of was a big cloud on
Yeah.
1996 from September on. That was
I'm
sort
just
of.
saying,
So it's
I was looking at these
Is
albums.
this Michael?
Go ahead, Luke.
156,000 copies for Ghostface Iron Man
156, more than triple, almost quadruple, Jay.
and 73,000 on Mobb Deep.
73,000.
73.
Still 30,000 more for Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
Wow.
What was the Fugees? The score.
Yeah.
Because
your guess?
remember, my guess would be "Killing Me Softly" wasn't big.
That
It wasn't
came
out
after
yet.
the album.
It's after the album, so it's not out. So they're currently going off of Fuji La. So
Was Ready or Not out?
No. So their first week to me.
How many mics in Fuji La was out?
Yes. My guess is you're talking about. I'll give them 65.
What do you got, Lou?
What is it?
146.
146. They murdered that year.
But that's shocking to me.
But also Ghostface, it wasn't like he had a hit single on Iron Man.
No, but it's they're still riding
Still
the Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised Mobb Deep's only 73.
Well,
to
the
be honest.
Fugees are riding those remixes too at the time because those went pretty far.
Those-
Vocab and Hey
Nappy
Mona
Heads.
Lisa.
The bootleg remixes. I
Yeah,
remember that.
They went. They did, but like I am surprised that because Fuji La was cool. It was cool.
Pick up your microphone.
It was cool, but I'm surprised that pushed them that far.
Ooh, la, la, la. The singing.
But
But nonetheless, it definitely got radio play. But anyway, the most interesting thing about all of that is we're not celebrating anniversaries of those huge albums. We're celebrating Jay today.
Yeah.
That's also a bad job by us.
Well, no. Meaning,
Or by
once
everybody.
to my point, Jay owns and his team, Rock Nation, own the stuff. They care enough to tell the story in a hip hop.
Well,
I think
also
that's
the winners,
really what
but
I'm
also
saying.
winners write history, bro. And
Well, no,
Jay-Z
no.
won.
No.
He has the machine to do all this.
But I guess my point is the labels don't even care to.
No.
That's my point. It's
I
not
get
really.
it.
It's
I
not
get
it.
about.
I get it.
It's not a. It's not a knock on anyone else. It's about
No.
ownership and about
Yeah.
being able to say, "Hey, like."
But it's what I'm saying is it's more than ownership. It's ownership and having Rock Nation. He owns a machine.
Yeah,
So like it's not even because.
but that's what I mean. That's the ownership.
You
part.
could
That's
go
part
back.
of the celebration.
Right, but I'm saying Ghostface could go back right now if somehow buy from Epic and buy Iron Man. He still wouldn't have the infrastructure and money to be able to do what we're seeing here.
Well, that's my point.
This is just overall unprecedented.
Right, but that I guess what I'm saying is I don't want to make it sound like Ghostface didn't win. You know what I mean?
no, he
in his
definitely won.
career.
But
I'm just I'm pointing out the power of someone from your culture caring enough to own a thing and do something with that. Same way Nas is doing it with Mass Appeal.
yeah.
Caring enough to say, yo, Slick Rick is important. We're going to put out an album. And I'm going to make sure De La Soul is important. Big L this stuff is important. All last year, we got to celebrate that. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm pointing at, is that we have something in hip-hop that I don't think I think in some regard we take for granted a little bit because it's not perfect, right? Like, we're not able to find the money to celebrate the score, ATLians.
I wish
and-
Mass Appeal, it would have been interesting if Mass Appeal had been able to, like, and I wonder if they ever pursued this, going out and getting those albums from labels to be able to then do that.
Yeah, they would have to buy them.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I don't know the business behind that.
And whoever owns the publishing and whoever owns the whatever.
Yeah, I mean, but even if you don't get the publishing, you could get the actual rights to the album from the label, right? Because the label doesn't have the publishing.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how that works.
So
But I just wanted to point out, I think we're living in a great time. Often we're talking about how bad the time is. I think on this moment in history, I think it's a great time.
no, there's a lot of good stuff, man.
You know, we're honored to be a part of it. We were honored to be at the event last night, the Apple Music Reasonable Doubt pop-up over in Dumbo. And it's open. You can I think you can go to jz30.com is the deal.
Yeah.
And get access.
little free
And I'm pretty sure, I think it closes every day at 7. We were in there later than that last night. I'm pretty sure you could just walk up, and if there's avails, you could just walk in.
Very cool.
Yeah, and then this is going to capture all the people coming to town for Yankee Stadium. So there's going to be a lot of, Jay-Z over the next few weeks. So if you don't like it,
Oh boy,
oh my God.
why are you fighting it?
It's a cool fan experience for sure.
Laura, what are you working on for the rundown today?
There's a bunch of stuff we didn't get to. I do want to play that video you sent us. I know it's a little old, but it made me feel like, damn, we used to be really dope at one point. That video of all the presidents getting together for the
Obama
celebration
Library?
of the
Yeah.
Obama Library. I just want to play that just to feel
In
good
the
moment.
rundown or out?
We could play it out. It's not necessarily in the rundown. Let me see. I do want to play some of the Floyd Mayweather drama. We're going to break all that down. And
we've been
then
giving
the
Floyd a nice
world-
pass.
And the World Cup situation. The chants about Trump are pretty funny.
Yeah, the World Cup. The U.S. soccer, the team's been playing great. But the U.S. is still the U.S. We're still catching L's in other ways.
Well, I mean, voting matters.
That's right. That's right.
You voted for a 20-something time accused sexual assault reality show host who is a bumbling fool with bad health and a funny haircut.
You talking about his hands?
Well, his ankles too.
I can't see his ankles.
I haven't
You've
seen
never
his
seen
ankles.
the swollen ankles with
I've
the
heard
with
about
the
it.
swelling doubling over the shoe and his foot barely fitting in the shoe?
No, I didn't see
You guys
that.
haven't seen it?
No, I see the hands pop up a lot.
Yeah, no. It's not good.
It's not ideal.
It's not what you want.
Well, don't worry. He's still going to manage to live to be 100. So
You think that's what you think he's on that path?
I do get the sense that this could be a long haul situation.
Let's get to the George W. Bush clip that Laura wants. It's clip 18. This is this is really at the Obama
Yes.
Library in Chicago.
Oh, that's last
I
week.
want to go.
Before we our mint exchange.
You know, George likes some black women. He was at Condoleezza Rice at the crib all the time.
That's a pretty color on you.
Thank you, baby. How are you, George?
I just saw that new portrait of you and Barack with the collage.
Yeah, the
really
artist, Indijeka Crosby. She lives in L.A. And where did you grow up? I grew up South Shore, so south of here, maybe about 10 blocks from here.
And I love this. This looks so great.
Yeah.
Is that University of Chicago?
That's University of Chicago right there.
Millie and Sasha were born at the University of
Oh,
Chicago.
they were born here.
A lot of good stuff happened.
Here in your life.
So, have you played that little golf course over there?
That's where I learned.
So cute.
3, 2, 1. Everybody ready? 3, 2, 1.
Thank you.
Excellent.
But where was the sitting president?
Well, so that's what he's really pissed about. If you want to, once again, you know what he's really pissed about. Remember how mad he was that the NFL owners didn't want him around?
Yeah.
Remember how mad he was that, Obama made fun of him at the press dinner? Now you fast forward to this where all the living presidents want to gather and celebrate a guy. And you don't even, not even in the room.
With happiness.
Not even invited.
Well, how could you be invited with the way you've attacked him? They're hoping to find a way to get him arrested.
Yo, bro, when the cameras are down, I wonder what those conversations are like.
And by the way, when I say get him arrested, sorry, Laura, I mean get Obama arrested.
Yeah.
They want to bring criminal charges for no reason to Obama. Oh yeah, when the cameras went off, they probably had a good chat,
They cackling,
a good
bro. There was
kiki.
a lot of laughing.
but also probably a lot of
Concern, yeah.
Well, and look, there's someone somewhere, and a lot of someone's watching that and going, look, all of those people have committed crimes against humanity around the world, and da-da-da-da. Welcome to living in the United States of America.
yeah, of course. I mean that's part of the
That's
job.
part of the job. But then if you're going to accept the job, and then you guys, probably someone watching this, believe that you were going to send a reality show superstar to the White House, and he was going to drain the swamp.
He has a brand new one.
Congratulations.
Oh,
You
speaking of the swamp, have you seen the video of Trump talking about, like, where he basically sets up the crime that was done, supposedly done against the reflecting pool?
No.
By talking about
It's so bad.
you have the video of Trump talking reflecting pool there about Bascom?
This will last for at least 50 years, and you'll never have a leak. It's very strong. You couldn't, if you had a knife, I don't want to give anybody ideas. If you had a knife, you can't even cut it. So strong, so powerful. It's like powerful rubber.
Are the contractors who did the initial work with the reflecting pool, are they to blame for the current condition, or is it
No,
the
no,
vandals?
we had
that you
vandalism.
mentioned,
No,
intrusive?
vandals. You know, we have 100, and we have I think 290, 300 foot slit right through it. Probably a box cutter or a knife of some kind.
National Guard and police have been all over the mall. How would these vandals have gotten so close to do something like that?
Do you have any proof of I mean, we didn't have a lot of them then. Who would think that somebody would go into a pool and take a knife and start cutting it?
But do you have proof of that? That they
Yeah,
used
yeah,
the knife?
we have
You have
proof.
photos or videos?
Well, let's put it this way. When you have a 350, I think it's 350, not 250, a 350 foot slit from one end to the other, you think that's proof?
350 feet.
You think that's
The
proof?
reporters have been down there today looking for that slit that you mentioned, and
Well,
there's no evidence of
all
it.
you'd have to do is see the Parks Department. They'll show it to you. Or see see the secretary, but I saw it. They cut it. They cut it very violently.
300 feet.
Bro.
Someone ran with a box cutter or a knife 350 feet. And you just said...
So they put their hand down in the water, is what he expects us to believe, with a box cutter, is that?
And no one noticed.
No security.
And went for 300 feet.
Yes.
In the middle of the construction, and no one was around. No park police, no DC police. No one saw it.
No camera, no surveillance.
Does he know that we don't even believe the assassination attempts?
I don't know if he knows that no one believes anything related to him. Or he doesn't care. Again, he doesn't care. I know this is a crazy reach, what I'm about to do. It's like Jason Lee.
It is.
People know it. I'm being serious, though. Not in terms of the racism and stuff like that. But in terms of you're presented with information, and you just go, yeah, but I don't care. I mean, that's my truth, though. Well, people took that phrase, my truth, to mean you can say whatever you want and call it the
Well,
truth.
it's alternative facts.
It's alternative. Those are alternative facts. Louis, were you going to say something?
Well, I was going to say, he's also blaming Barack Hussein Obama.
For the cut?
Oh, yeah.
How do you blame Barack Obama?
What?
It's his supporters.
His supporters did it. Oh, my God.
Why would it be Obama related?
Because he likes blaming.
Because Obama's supporters would cut
stupid.
the pool.
It's so embarrassing.
Just what happens to be right now about Obama this 1 week after everyone celebrated Obama.
He's like, why not?
And that idiot, that Islamophobic. I try not to be this way anymore. I try to hold back and pray for those I don't like, but I can't do that with Bill Maher. That Islamophobic idiot the other day, I saw him talking trash about the Obama library too.
What was he saying about the library?
He was mocking how it looks, how much it costs.
Was he trying to blame, accuse them of using taxpayer dollars? Because that's what they love to say, even though it was all donations.
It was just more of his, somehow finds a way. He's such a left center guy, but he's always finding a way to shit on the left and somehow find a way to justify the terrible stuff on the right.
He shits on Clinton and Hillary too.
I don't know. Not that I've ever seen. I never really hear him. I've never really heard him shit on Obama either. That's what stood out to me. I was like, really? It was in a conversation about other crap where I was disagreeing with everything he said about Israel, etc. And then somehow the Obama thing came up, and he just sort of dumped on it. He's the worst.
That video right there of all of those presidents is the real reason Trump is the lame that he is.
Right.
Because he'll never be invited into any of these circles because he's a scumbag.
Nope. He'll never get to sit 6 feet away from Thames and just look at her ass while she sings, like George Bush got to.
Wait, what?
You didn't see that video?
He just kept looking at her ass?
I didn't see the video, Rosenberg.
It's not. No. Do you have eyes? Do you have operating functional eyes?
Well, I know.
You went to Dr. De La Russo, right?
Yeah.
Your eyes work?
Yeah.
There's no way to watch the video and not look at her ass. That's just in the video.
I mean, okay.
Bush is just there like, you haven't seen it?
No.
Wait, you haven't seen Bush's certified bop to Thames?
No.
Why do you keep asking the same question?
I don't know.
Don't you know?
Because this is a blind spot for your algo.
Yeah,
this is a blind spot.
And he was so happy.
Have you seen it, right?
And I mean, you know how I just said it a second ago. George Bush loves him a black woman.
My God.
And you didn't even have the true evidence.
I didn't have.
Because the only evidence.
I only had Condoleezza at his crib at the ranch when he was on vacation, and the cameras came because it was an emergency. And I was like, why is Condoleezza at his house right now?
Could anyone have an affair with Condoleezza? She was such a nerd. I just can't picture.
You read the email about the lifestyle.
Oh my God. Okay.
That's how you think Condoleezza was doing it?
Listen, if anybody's in a lifestyle, you know what it is.
No.
Can you send it to him? All right, send it.
Okay, let's see.
Is there any way you could just pull it up on the screen without us having to wait for you to download it? Just share a screen with the. So Thames performed.
Yeah.
I guess the performers kind of just went up to the podium and performed right there. Yeah. And so you're just right there, but I guess I knew what Thames had going on, but maybe I didn't fully appreciate what was going on.
Nah. You didn't.
Shout out to Africa.
You didn't see the Coachella performance with Beeps?
I saw, yes, but not the angles I saw. Didn't, it was like a distance and her just coming out. Listen, I know that she's a lovely woman with all the womanly things.
Weren't you, when we had the interview, we had her in the studio.
Yeah, I didn't have her sit on my lap.
You're not a creep. You wasn't all.
Yeah, well, I try my best in front of very attractive people to act like I don't notice that they're very attractive. Sometimes I go too far and just miss out. But in the case of the video was just look at George Bush rocking out to Thames, and I'm like, I mean, he's rocking out, but he's also got use of his eyes.
Did we wanted to talk about what was going on in Puerto Rico. Is this the video, Rasan? You ready to go?
All right,
let me see.
Let's
Here we go.
see.
He looked around like, what in the world?
And no, but look at the actual legit head bop. Like, and he's like, woo! But by the way, there's ones way longer from a different angle than that. Where he's just like, Bush was having a good time with Thames. You didn't know.
Absolutely.
Man, oh man. God bless.
Yeah,
Barack comes back and strutting in.
Yeah.
Barack comes back, oh, Thames is on.
Hey, she was on my playlist.
Yeah. When they put it on my playlist, I didn't know who it was, but I'm into this now. You know how I feel. You know I have a conspiracy theory on the playlist.
What's that?
The Obama playlist is a sham.
Well, it was just
You
like
don't
a
believe
Spotify
it.
hustle.
Never.
He doesn't. He's never believed
Never
it.
believed it.
That he listened to the songs, or that
I believe at the end, maybe someone goes, "Hey, here's the playlist. You should check this out." And he's like, "All right, cool.
He's
I
like,
like
hey,
this.
like,
I
like.
like.
Oh, right,
I like.
yeah, okay.
When the year that he listened to is like, U2, John Lennon, Thames, Rome Streets. It's like the most.
I would never Rome Streets.
Fine, not Rome Streets, but
it would be
is
the
random.
popular hip hop records of the time.
But some of them I'm like,
so wait,
too cool.
So wait,
He's too old,
you're
bro.
saying that he didn't actually make the playlist?
I don't believe he makes the playlist.
So I never believed that. I never believed that it was like Obama made
the
this
playlist.
playlist.
No.
I believe that over the course of time, his kids, maybe himself, people who was making the playlist, it was Spotify. It was a Spotify thing, right? Wasn't it?
I don't remember.
I don't know, but I'm sure he sprinkled some of his favorite joints.
I feel like it
and
was
they
a
just
specific.
added.
I feel like it was a specific streaming partner.
I feel like the
They
real
paid.
ones,
They paid for the marketing.
Yeah.
They supplied him with some songs. He probably listened to the songs to make sure he was okay with those songs being
or someone
associated
close
with him.
to him listened to the
or someone
songs.
close to him. But I believe he likes music and newer music.
and I can see the ones that he added.
But there was never a part of me that thought he put all of that together.
But that's how it's presented. Is
Yeah,
it's his
yeah.
playlist, and I was like, I know the ones that he added. It's like Bruce Springsteen, Tracy Chapman. I'm like, oh, those are the ones they actually got from his playlist. These rap records. I mean, like we can't forget. Barack comes off.
Those are Sasha and Malia's joints.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, and Michelle likes some new music.
I don't know. Is that true?
I mean, the way she be at the Beyonce shows and the way she's at concerts, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean.
So there might be some of that too, where she's like, "Hey, Barack, I like this new song," or they're sitting up having, sitting in
And he's
their
like,
breakfast.
oh, cool. Let me add this to my playlist.
We had it.
No, that didn't happen. That didn't happen.
My favorite. What is that? Oh, is that New Rock Marcy? Oh, put that on. I love Marcy.
You guys think he did the college brackets himself, or you think that was help?
I think that's more likely than the playlist. Him being interested in college basketball.
Yeah.
I think that's more likely than the playlist.
No, he actually that for sure. As much as he likes music, he's definitively a basketball guy.
Yeah.
Like that's real. The playing
Did you
games
see
in the White House was
you saw
real.
Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson got
No.
the Obama interview or I don't know how many interviews he did and how many podcasts, but they got one. And they went out there to the library.
What they talk about?
I didn't watch the whole thing. I only saw the trailer. But it was on the basketball court at the Obama library because they have a basketball at a fitness center in the court. So that kind of made sense.
That's a dope look.
It's super dope. Let's get to the rundowns. Laura Styles time.
Laura got the rundown, turn that up. Screens on glow when she pull up. Headlines heavy, but we still caught up. Lights still flashing, we
All right,
don't slow.
we're gonna start with this one because you guys don't believe that this person is really an executive. But let's do number 19, Rasan. Now this is they're saying it's a Chase executive who got fired for stealing the trash can during the Knicks celebration during the parade. I'm not gonna front. This pissed me off. I was like, why you're just dropping all this garbage on the
All right, so you
street?
see this somewhat, respectfully, you see this somewhat repugnant individual grabbing a trash can and walking down the street. And you go, oh, dang, that's trash, bro. No pun intended. But that's all I really think of it. I don't think there could be more to the story.
Well, now it's a big story because they claim it went viral and she got fired from her job.
Yeah.
But not only from her job, but she was an executive at Chase.
But what does that mean?
It doesn't. The fact that you're at Chase, that is not. If you are gainfully employed, like beyond working at Blockbuster, and I say that because that's not even a real job anymore, but you get the idea. Like you have a real job with a salary and a pension. Why are you taking the trash can?
Why would you do that?
You know they're going to sell a version of everything that's out. Why are you taking a trash can off?
Ew.
Well, that's why I don't believe it.
You don't believe it? Which part?
When they say chase executive, like...
Fine, the word
at what
executive
level?
may be loose, but if she worked there at all, she probably had a real salary.
Oh, yeah, no, she definitely has enough money to go cop a replica trash. That wasn't even my thought. My thought was, why do you want a real street trash can in your home?
Yes, why would you want to touch
As
it?
a grown adult. Like, that's some real college juvenile behavior. Like, yo, we stole a New York City trash can. But why would you want to put that in your home?
Like, Only in NY was selling a miniature.
Yeah.
Not the Knicks one. They were just selling a mini New York trash can
Yeah, you
thing.
can buy it.
And we almost got it because we wanted to use it as a thing to. Maya has all these basketballs for her hoop. Like, ooh, that would be cool, like a New York City.
Yeah,
but
that's
it's a replica and it's made for your home. Why would you want a big ass metal trash can that was?
Why
filled
would
with
you
trash?
want it, and why would you want to carry that home? That was honestly where I was stuck at.
Yeah,
No matter what her job was,
I know.
why would you want to carry a used trash can?
But this to me gets back to the job part. Because if you had no good job or real income, I'm going to sell it on eBay.
Okay.
I'm going to hustle it in some way. But you seemingly have like an actual job inside there. Now you lost. For that?
King Lou.
Well, I was going to say, so she's Dominican, so it's part of the conversation because now they're calling her a DEI hire, which is extending this
All right, I'm unsubscribing.
No, he's right, though. I saw it.
What does that mean?
Wow.
What do you mean?
But she was executive director of community and industry engagement for Card and Connected Commerce.
What?
So that was her official position.
So she was okay, but the fact that she was an employee with a good job and she risked it all, you get the butt.
But now they're slandering her because she was Dominican.
And no, they love if they could find a way to throw DEI at someone. It's their favorite.
Look at her; she didn't
DEI.
earn this job.
Meanwhile, it's an administration filled with DEI, and I don't even mean the D part, but just the I. Why are y'all included? Because y'all are terrible, talentless.
It's not diverse. There's no equity. And why are you here?
Yeah, and your DEI was that Trump you knew someone. Everyone there, they're all just
Or made a generous donation.
Or they had blonde hair and they just happened to look good and he wanted them around.
Yeah, there's either that or they interned and were hot and now it's like you should get a full-time job. Keep her around.
All right, let's go to video 5. Now, people are saying that the White House is concerned about Trump appearing at some of the FIFA games because of the chants that they've been
I love this.
Throwing.
Apparently,
Listen to
the
this.
Trump administration is in crisis mode this morning. Not about the war or the peace negotiations. It's about the World Cup. About whether he should go to a game because the English-speaking fans that have come from around the world to witness the World Cup are making up chants about Donald Trump and the Epstein files. You can't go to the game because they have no idea what kind of chant they'll make up. They've already come out with some bangers. Here's Australia. If you didn't catch it, New Zealand used the same chant. I haven't seen video for this one, but England supporters have one that says he's fat with piles, he's in the Epstein files, Trump the C word, Trump the C word.
I like it.
So you could see why they might have misgivings about showing up where fans from around the world will be chanting by the tens of thousands. Anything. And what a terrible, inappropriate way for the world to treat the inaugural winner of the FIFA Peace Prize during a war he's Anyway, The Mirror has the reporting. Donald Trump may skip World Cup matches as White House officials scramble to shield the president from viral Epstein-linked fan chants sung by England, Scotland, Australia, and New Zealand supporters at the 26th tournament. Donald Trump may skip World Cup matches featuring English-speaking teams after savage fan chants connecting the president to his...
Who's supposed to give the championship trophy?
Trump is. And he is. He is giving out the winning trophy. So, listen.
So are they going to hold that in a private ceremony if they're worried about this?
Well, it depends who's playing in the final, right? So, let's see.
Lou?
No, it's going to be jointly presented to the captain and... of the winning team by Trump and the FIFA president on the field.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's on the field. At MetLife.
At MetLife.
By the way, that'll be a fun game to go to. No traffic problems there. Oh, well, there's no driving to the stadium, so you got that. But it's going to be interesting depending on who ends up there. Like, if it ends up being an England, for example.
What date is that game?
July 19th.
I'm trying to be on vacation.
It won't. Well, it won't. I don't think it's really affecting anyone.
If you over here in the city, they blocking off streets because the line queues up to get on the Penn Station
you're seeing
trains.
it?
Yeah. They block off streets so that people can line up out of the garden in the Penn Station. It goes all the way across the street down 31st or 32nd.
Can you make this make sense to me? Why? Oh, so here's what happened, I suppose. They don't want to have people park in the parking lot because they need to be used for brand activations, the entire parking lot.
Probably.
So the entire parking lot, which is gigantic, it normally would hold 30,000 cars, 50,000 cars.
Whatever.
Yes.
Instead of that, it's now all brand activation, so you're only allowed to take the train. So that's why the train
and the
numbers
American
are so
Dream,
high.
it's not enough parking, right? You can't park at the mall.
No.
Apparently not.
And then NJ Transit, they shut down the trains for regular people 4 hours before the game going to MetLife and 3 hours afterwards. So it's only for FIFA ticket holders.
Just for that train.
No. NJ Transit.
So if you are a New Jersey resident and you're in New York City, you want to go home, you have to leave by a certain time or else you're stuck.
Correct, or else you're stuck until afterwards.
For all those hours.
Because they only let ticket holders ride the NJ
Which
Transit
I think
during
is
those hours.
wild.
No, that's crazy. So then that's why I'm seeing so many buses. Because people are going to Port Authority, catching the bus over to Secaucus or wherever, and then trying to get on the train from over there.
Right. And then that's why you're seeing the lines, because the lines are just making sure they're ticket holders.
Right.
And they're actually running them
What
through,
a mess.
verifying the ticket, go on the train that you need to go to.
Because the amount of buses trying to get in and out of the tunnel.
I can imagine.
And I haven't even been over by Port Authority to see what that's hitting like.
Yeah, that's
it's
bad.
crazy. What else you got, Laura?
Let's go to video 3, Rasan. This is the Floyd Mayweather stuff that we haven't gotten a chance to dive in.
We're going to get through this.
What are we getting through?
That's tough because she's my best friend. People really wouldn't understand that people like your drivers and your assistants are your best friend. Kichi was the only person in life that I can talk about anything to, that knew my deepest secrets. There was no male or female in my life that I told more stuff to than her. The only Super Bowl she really wanted to go to was the one in Las Vegas. She was so happy. For her 50th birthday, she wanted to go to Aruba. Was gonna have a big party for her.
So that's a misleading clip because the clips make it look like Floyd broke down, and but they also tie it in when they write about it to his current check bouncing drama, and that's clearly not about that and about something very personal.
What is that about? His best friend. He lost his best friend. He said.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
that was really sad though.
But yeah, I don't. The that did circulate under the guise of like
you saw it, right?
Yeah. Well, I didn't. I'm just
no.
seeing
I know.
The clip for
I
the first
assumed
time.
it was. I
clearly nobody previewed the clip on the program.
Yeah,
we just threw it in the system. Nobody said that's not even what that's about.
But I still found it touching.
But it was touching clip. But you hit us with the button.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Because that went through like 3 levels of the show. It was first. It was sent. Somebody didn't watch the clip. Mm-hmm. It was put in the system.
Yeah.
Nobody watched the clip. Yeah. And then we played it.
Yep.
Nobody watched the clip.
Yeah, just hit us with the button.
So yeah, it's Kichi.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Kichi is Marquise Larico, his longtime assistant, marketing manager, and closest confidant. She unexpectedly passed at 47 in March 2023.
Damn.
Yeah, I remember when this happened.
So that's just a very human moment with Floyd.
Yeah.
And then the internet took that and made that about money trouble.
Yeah, tied to the
because
gambling issues.
because they're seeing him cry, and because we are incapable, or not we. Some people are incapable of being critical of some parts of people and what they do, and then also being empathetic in other parts of their life. Like Floyd Mayweather is easy. We were the other day just marveling, like, how do you lose the money? All the different things that people are speculating have gone on, the gambling stuff. And Floyd's a complicated guy. Like, we've seen all the weird stuff, the running around with, like, Israeli bankers and being, like, super pro-Israel. And you're like, what are you talking about? Do you even know about this? But he's a human who's like, if we're being honest, too, Floyd was raised to be a fighter since he was, like, 4 years old. Dad's a fighter, uncle's a fighter. You know what I mean? Like, it's not an easy. It's very easy for us to poke things at him. He has not been a perfect guy. He's been a very flawed guy. But man,
But he comes from a very unsophisticated world.
Show me the fighter. Show me the really normal, big time prize fighter. We're like through and through. That's what makes Anthony Joshua so bizarre. And probably why he comes up short of being truly great. He's actually seems like a together normal human being.
Right.
Most people end up in that situation, and it wasn't because, like, they come from means and someone's like, hey, boxing would be fun. We were thinking soccer or boxing? Boxing? Oh,
it was
great.
like, I'm going to fight because that's all I know how to do to stay out of trouble.
I got someone in my family who knows someone at a gym.
Or I just have a gym in the neighborhood that's taking kids.
Yeah,
and I can go there after school for free, and my mom and my family, or my mom don't,
Or
whatever.
you're a kid who got in trouble, and people thought, what can we do with this kid's energy? Oh, someone has a gym. Let him go punch a punching bag.
Yeah.
That's often how we get there. You don't always have, and like, listen.
And even the Anthony Joshua story, I've had the pleasure of meeting him and interviewing him. He talks about getting in trouble young.
Yeah. And I mean, some people
being able to fight, and people being like, "Yo."
Some people came from nothing and still turned out to be very together. Your Sugar Ray Leonards, but like, they're few and far between.
Yeah, I mean, people already had made up their mind about Floyd just because he's far from humble. You know what I mean?
Yes. But the other part of that, Laura, is remember, that's not who he was before that Cinco de Mayo, before he became the heel.
Yeah.
He became the heel.
He was still money,
But
though.
because I remember that video of him flushing money down the toilet.
Yeah, he was still money.
When he broke out the sombrero on Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, I remember that specifically.
Right? He was.
But that was literally intentionally playing a heel.
No, but that's what I meant. And then from there, he became more and more of that person.
Right.
I don't know the man at all to know, but people I know who know him say he's a great guy. He's a nice guy.
Listen, I've interviewed him a few times. He's a pleasant dude to be around. You can have a good conversation with him. Listen, he's a prize fighter who got very, very rich and is not very, very educated. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the reality of the situation. But he's also had domestic violence charges. He's had, obviously, this weird money stuff. But the point is, you see a clip like that, and you're reminded of the humanity of, like, he is a human being who's gone through a lot of stuff. And when I think about fighters in general, and I've interviewed many over the years from different walks of life, it's very rare that there's not a good amount of pain or struggle or trauma in them that kind of is part of why they're fighters.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the rundown.
Oh. Intro is the outro. Thank you, Laura. Now, I mentioned the issue of water in Puerto Rico. And Laura, I saw you before the program. You were watching some vids to get a better understanding.
Yeah.
And what are we trying to communicate here? Because I was under the impression, and this has been going on for a while, the electricity and the water in Puerto Rico, which is specifically tied to the tax breaks and things that the U.S. government allowed to take place in Puerto Rico, the debt that Puerto Rico was put in, and in the current iteration, this board of 7 individuals called Promesa, 7 people who are appointed by the U.S. president to manage the finances of Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
So for them to make any changes on the island with infrastructure or investments of infrastructure, this Promesa board has to approve it.
And nothing has been done to fix any kind of issues that the infrastructure has had for years. So the issue I see, it's mainly around the San Juan area. And it's crazy because I was just in Puerto Rico and my girlfriends had an Airbnb. They didn't have water from like 11 a.m. to like 6 p.m. And they were like, I wish the Airbnb told me this, right?
Crazy.
But then I started looking deeper. I'm like, no. This is life for everyday people. So the water is mostly reserved for hotels and certain restaurants because they have the money. But people have to go not only capture barrels of water, but they have to go as far as purchasing water, which is very expensive. And I hear that these pipes are so bad that they actually have like a decent amount of water, but it gets lost on the way down.
Right, the leaks.
Yes, but it's horrible. Now here's a quick vid.
Here's something you should know about. There is a serious infrastructure problem failing the people of Puerto Rico as we speak. For years, it was the island's chronic blackouts and electricity issues that you read about in the headlines and watched on our TV screens. Right now, it is water, or lack thereof. Tens of thousands of Puerto Ricans are in the middle of a water crisis that is so bad that the National Guard has been mobilized. Many people across the island, including in the capital of San Juan, have been without running water for days and even weeks at a time as the summer heat gets stickier and hotter.
Ugh.
And residents say they're not getting much information from their government. The lack of resources and desperation for water has called for some creative solutions, like giant milk tankers that have been sanitized and repurposed to make water deliveries. Many residents are being forced to travel to water filling stations in specific areas. They call them oases, and they rely on the water collected from these oases to cook and to shower and to flush their toilets. Local community leaders for poorer neighborhoods across San Juan say people have been hospitalized over the water shortages. Yeah. Others are struggling to physically even access it. So what is causing this? The answer is complicated. Drought, of course, has been a factor affecting the reservoirs and the rivers and the treatment plants being used to serve more than 3 million residents. But one of the main issues is Puerto Rico's aging pipes and water systems, specifically a recent rupture in one of the aqueducts. This is the most recent pipeline break, which has been impacting water flow for tens of thousands of residents since last week.
And it goes on. That's just the tip of the iceberg. But it's horrible, specifically for elderly folks who have no one to carry these jugs of water.
Good Lord. But listen,
it is a nightmare.
But at least, at least we can just afford these weapons and fund these wars. Because that's not part of the United States or anything where you'd think that would need to be handled immediately.
All the U.S. has done is take advantage of Puerto Rico. That's it.
That's it.
It was a strategic location. It was sugar, plantations, and then remember they stopped investing in Puerto Rican agriculture and started making and industrializing it and giving tax incentives to companies to go down there. But they didn't invest in the infrastructure, and they gave tax breaks to the companies. So guess what? The money that would have been collected, the taxes that would have been paid, companies rushed down there and didn't have to pay taxes. And then they blame Puerto Rico for mismanagement. We're the mismanagement.
And on top of the local corruption there.
God, what an American story that is.
It's so sad.
It's awful.
Well, and then you got Chris Farley down there.
Don't do that to Chris Farley. No, to Chris Farley. And I'm not saying her. Don't do it to Chris Farley.
Well,
it's my favorite.
But the island, I don't understand the politics. The island continues to vote for these conservative representation. I don't understand what y'all doing, bro.
A lot of them just don't have any hope. They don't believe, so they feel like they don't have to vote. Doesn't matter. It doesn't count because of all of the corruption. At least when I've spoken to like locals, they feel super
I'm
defeated.
glad you brought that up, right? We talk about on this show how corruption and things being broken in New York City became a part of the culture, right? Think about that. We live in a city, the biggest city in the United States, where getting the hookup, knowing a guy, I got a guy, I know a person, I can get the hookup, I can do the thing, I blah, 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 tax breaks, corruption. Eric Adams, you just saw how many people got arrested as part of his administration. All of these kickbacks, all these things are happening. That people got accustomed to things not working. The potholes are never going to get fixed. This ain't going to get fixed. We can't do that. So everybody starts functioning in this corrupt acceptance, I guess, kind of spiral. So then you get a guy like Mom Donnie comes along and people are like, in the first 6 months, like, wow, all this stuff was just this easy to get fixed?
Yeah.
Like, We don't know long term what's sustainable, but short term.
But there are some basic things that you're like, oh, you could just, if you just paid attention or cared or weren't just trying to line people's pockets, you could get this done.
You could actually get this stuff done.
And imagine countrywide how big that is. And imagine now with an administration that's faking vandalism on a reflecting pool to give handouts to other people. Imagine what is happening underneath the surface.
So I use that as an example when Laura says people have given up hope, that in a city like New York, young people actually got out, activated, right? Like even yesterday when you think of Daria Lisa and you think of Claire Valdez, I was reading some articles that talked about they knocked on 300,000 doors. So they didn't just wait on the algorithm. They didn't just go to chasing down the popular platforms or whatever. They went door. Same with Mom Donnie. I know people who were annoyed that Mom Donnie's people was coming to their door so much. And they were like, guys, I'm voting for the guy. Leave me alone. Like, they are incessant about it. But that's because people care and they do actually believe that change can happen. I say all of that for the apathetic voters maybe in Puerto Rico, to actually try to find individuals that you can elect that care. And here in New York City, that's why Claire Valdez, and even before her, Antonio Reynoso, and these individuals who have connections to Puerto Rico is so important, right? Because they
can at least
make noise on behalf of the island, because the island doesn't get representation. They don't get a House seat, right? They don't get a senator or a House seat, right?
They definitely don't have Senate. Do they have any House representation?
I don't think they have House representation.
But I also, to your point, Ebro, I always say, you guys saw change when you hit the streets to get rid of Ricky Rosello.
Right.
Like, you got the youth out, and that's why they hate Bad Bunny. That's why they don't like Residente and Ricky Martin.
And who's the they? The politicians.
Politicians, yes. Because
they have a single non-voting delegate, so no.
They have nothing.
Yeah. But they galvanized, and they got communities and mostly young folks to be out on the streets to demand change, which worked. He resigned, but we got Chris Farley afterwards. But
poor Chris Farley, rest in peace.
It's like taking off the president and having the vice president. That's exactly what happened there. So
yeah,
it's the same ideology, the same things happen. It's just a new face.
Well, shout out to all of our friends and family and friends and subscribers in Puerto Rico, man. Give us whatever info you guys could send us, so that we can keep getting it out. The reality of the situation. It's one thing after another. If it's not the electricity, it's the water or a hurricane. It's been a lot, man. And it's going to be a tough road ahead. But starting with local representation is the way to go. So please participate in any way you can down there. And as always, man, one of my favorite vacation stops. That Puerto Rico is amazing.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan. But now, I was thinking about going. We're going to go somewhere this August. And we're thinking about where to go. And yeah, in one sense, you want to support. In another sense, it feels like nasty to go be relaxing on vacation and drinking water in a place where people are down the street.
But they need you
to
come.
You need to spend money,
because that's the
locally.
jobs.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
No, I'm the same, bro. So I'm gonna be at this resort. My water's working, and down the block, yours ain't.
It feels crazy, right?
Yeah, but just get out of your hotel and just eat locally, spend your dollars locally, because that's what helps.
Yeah, I do love Puerto Rico.
You guys ready for the gurus?
Let's go.
Gurus. Rosenberg.
Panic. They don't have any more gurus. Gurus fall apart.
You gotta go.
All right, theoriginalgurus@gmail.com.
Just say you're tired from being at the host last night.
@gmail.com.
I'm tired. It's hold on. Let me see what I have.
All right, just burn the sage, Ebro. All right, who's writing to us, Rosenberg? Who needs our help?
Let's see. So many, Laura. So many are in need. And by the way, if you're also in need, new episode of Validate Me out today.
Nice.
With my guy Dave, who's the co-host of the Dopey podcast, which is a great addiction and recovery podcast. Had a great combo. But yes, I'm also tired. Here we go, guys. Questions for y'all, but I also would love y'all to emphasize Laura's views.
Okay.
As I'm sure she's possibly seen this with her man.
Uh-oh.
As my wife has watched the evolution of her husband. And I'm intrigued what this looks like from a partner. Anyways, to the question, are black men mid to late 30s and up evolving out of their core friendships? Background, I'm a black man born and raised in the Mission Hill projects. Unfortunately, I went into the child care system as a child. Ish was difficult, fam, but I survived. I met my best friends in the 6th grade, and then the rest of our close friends group in the 9th grade. We've all gone and lived life and reconnected in our 20s. From our 20s until now, we've been locked in. All good fathers. We cared about our health because we all lost folks. So we work out in ish. But I've noticed a couple of them seem to really align with the white conservative views. Not full MAGA at all, but definitely some misogynistic-ish and same old lame, same old nonsense. And I'm an actual community leader. I'm outside working with nonprofits, etc. None of my friends are, and I find myself distancing myself from some of them. And I'm just wondering how y'all navigate those friends that seem to be kind of switching it up now that we're real adults with kids and ish. Just wondering, because I see you guys getting into it with media and others, especially post the hot days. I feel like men have evolved and are bleeping constantly dealing with this ish. I do talk to my therapist about this, and I'm wondering if others are going through it. Side note, I love my wife and have been with her since high school too. I always said she was my best female friend, but now especially over these last 5 years or however long it's been since last time this orange loser was in the office, she's definitely my best friend. And it just sucks sometimes, bro, to be looking at your guys like, what the F is wrong with y'all? Not all of them, just a couple. Love the new show. I watch y'all on YouTube. Bernard.
Thanks, Bernard.
Thank you. I will say I've had these conversations with Ricardo. He has had to distance himself from people that he's been friends with for a long time. Like, he didn't completely cut him off, but he's like, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, it's no like regular hangouts or anything like that. Like, if I see you, what's up? How are you? How's the family? Keep it moving. Because of certain, political views or machismo that's pretty disgusting. Like, he's definitely looked at his friend circle and family, you know what I mean? And set boundaries because he's, we share the same values. And sometimes it also has bothered him. Like, I can't believe that so-and-so is like this. So I have seen the change, and he's definitely distanced himself from a lot of people.
I think for men too, commonly, I don't relate to this with any of my friends, but I know one thing that happens. You've mentioned this. Ebro's alluded to this before. There's the politics part, but more even regular and more common, I think, than that is just the moral compass. Like, you get to a certain age and you still have friends who are out here running around trying to cheat on their wives, trying to do, and you're like, bro,
what are we doing?
Right.
This like, I'm 50 years old, bro. I'm not doing bros before hoes. What we do? Like, no, bro. Like, I don't want to be a part of your. And just so you know, I'm telling. I'm telling. So just so you know, I can't ever risk getting caught up again. So if I'm near someone else who's doing something, I'm telling. Because if she were to then ever find out, and it was like, wait, you kept that secret?
Now she's questioning everything.
Sorry, not me, bruh.
Yeah. Not
So,
me, bruh.
but yeah, to answer you, I don't deal with it in my personal life. Like I do have a couple of people who went full blown MAGA, but they're not like
your close
not my
friends.
circle.
I guess on our side, culturally, it starts from the machismo. And then that's how they start feeling like, I do align with this person. And then their bogus religious views come into play. And then women's rights. And that's how they start moving to the right, to the right, to the right.
Even though none of it makes sense or adds up, but still,
and
they find a way.
Yeah. I've seen it happen multiple times with people that
I'm
I
macho.
know.
Trump's macho. Look at him. He's such a man.
Well, it started many years ago with the Joe Rogan podcast. And I had some friends who was like, yeah, nah, I was like, nah, I ain't buying it, bro. And don't pass the white boys just white boying sniff test. You know what I mean? It's very
sniff test.
I don't feel it. And I watched I had a couple of friends that was kind of in that, and I was like, what are y'all? This alpha male, we're a wolf pack. I was like, what are you talking about, man? Are you like insecure? Like you feel like your power, like you have some sort of power dynamic that you don't have, that you're looking to like congregate? You know what I mean? Like what exactly is happening with you? So I had a couple of friends that started to go down that path, but I don't think they went all the way there, especially they saw how it was playing out. And I was like, I told you it was white boys, white boy, and they trying to, you think that your world fits into their world and it doesn't. Well, could you learn some financial things, that maybe some investments and things? All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Could you learn, maybe some interesting conversations about, I don't know, just some generical conversations that maybe you're not getting in your circle from some of these platforms. Okay, maybe. But ultimately, they're pulling you into a world that's not yours. It's not of who you are. And, you know, most of my friend circle is black. So I'm really speaking of like, bro, this is not for us and our family and our community dynamics. It's just not. And so I think for this emailer, I think, you know, similarly, he just either needs to separate himself or point out to his friends because they're looking for a tribe. And I've said this before and it's controversial. Black dudes be out here trying to be white dudes. You're not white, bro. In this racialized society, you're not a white man. And so the way we have to move, the way we have to prepare our children, the way we have to protect our families, the way we have to protect our finances, the things that we have to invest in that are, yes, good for us, but good for other people who also look like us, because there's safety in numbers. Like, that's what we're dealing with, right? Like, when you're black, you're not moving around as an individual. You don't have that luxury. Your behavior, the way you conduct yourself, automatically affects someone else who looks like you or your children. I didn't make the rules, just trying to survive them. And so I think for him, he's seeing people trying to find a world where they can have success as it's been framed by the white power structure. You know what I'm saying? Because every success, the way a lot of men in society frame success has been done by the white supremacist power structure, which is based on this individualistic, capitalistic thing.
Ebro, you're fringing on, I believe everything. My was sincere, and now you're landing almost a full Damon Wayans of Living Color by the end. The capitalistic, individualistic, but you're also, everything you're saying is true. My brother. And they're not, and these people are simplistic, and so they're like, they just grab. I just cram to understand how the masculine thing leads to Trump. That's the craziest reach to me.
It's really
How
weird.
is that the energy you get from him is like alpha dog?
And it's like, how do you find home?
Because it's brazen.
But how do you find home, Ebro, when it's like, okay, this is where I feel like I belong. I'm listening to these podcasts and I'm on these threads where men are hating women, but at the same time, I want my woman home, pregnant, having all these children. And like, I just do not understand. At the same time, you want success, you want health, but that comes as a unit. So, and these are men who have daughters too, which is super scary to me. Like, yo, you guys, people are preaching 1 vote per household. It's a real conversation that's happening in on the internet. Yeah. And then I see so many men, yup, this is how it should be.
I think the way people get in that pocket is because it's not giving a fuck. It's not having to care. It's a blatant disregard for a world that's like, yo, I don't have, Trump and them ain't following no rules. People love that, bro. And it goes back to what we were saying earlier about this assumed corruption, right? Like this kind of thing where it's like everything's always been corrupt, so fuck it. I love people who are just breaking rules, breaking laws. The system don't work, and I want to be with the people who are getting to the money and getting to the thing. Like, I think that's where it goes. And then the stuff you're talking about, Laura Stylez, they think that they can be in that space without co-signing everything. And I think different. I think all of that over there is your co-signing a behavior and a culture.
Yeah. It's not a la carte to you.
Yeah, it's not.
That was a long way of us saying, I mean, listen, have a conversation with them, see what they say, or find new friends. You know what I'm saying?
And also disagree with them in front of people and to their face.
That part too. But also, for the record, friendships do come in ebbs and flows. And some of them, you said it's not all of them. So it's possible it was 5 of y'all before, and it might end up being 3 of y'all. That happens for a variety of reasons over time anyway.
Sure. But I guess, listen, with Ricardo, he's definitely been vocal in front of them, and they know how he feels and where he stands. So I think you should do the same.
Yeah, I love a good with my friends. Yo, you think you sound tough? You think that makes you sound tough? You think you hardcore now? You're an alpha male now? You think that's dope? I love that.
I have to tell you, maybe I'm sheltered. I'm so glad I don't have one male who would actually like be in my home or in my close, where I'd even have a situation to say that in. We're all such like confident snowflake cucks. Everybody. And if someone else said otherwise, everyone would be like, what? And then it would be like, hey, so so-and-so's never coming over again. I'm sorry, that's just who we are. Like, I'm from Chevy Chase, and you can say we're fraud. This is who we are. Like, we were raised this way.
Yeah, that's real.
I bet you run into them in other places.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
when
yeah,
it's in
yeah.
other places, I can pocket it and couch it as, I talk to them. I like them. We work together. I would not agree with them on this, that, and that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes, I hope that helps. So say the guru.
But a good you think you're tough is needed sometimes. Oh, yeah. Oh, you should. Oh,
you hard now.
Oh, you didn't.
Oh, you got all the guns in the world now. Huh? You're safe now.
That's when you need to hit him with a Mano. No, tell me more. What's up? No. Show me. You talking about all the guns now. What's up? You going to do something? That's what Mano said. You got some knowledge? Share it.
You got some knowledge, black man? Share that.
What you trying to say?
Nah, it was great. It was great. What a great week. Tomorrow we back. Freedom Friday. I'm tired too, man. That Jay-Z thing was popping. Go check out the Reasonable Doubt pop up over in Brooklyn this weekend. They're also down in where's that off?
Is it in Battery Park?
Bowery.
No, in Bowery.
On Bowery. Okay.
I almost said Battery. No, Bowery Park area, right there on Delancey and I think Elizabeth over there.
Yeah, go to jz30.com for more info.
Whew, just had to get down that last chunk of sea moss.
Hey guys.
Got it down.
Shout out to Pure Power.
Thanks, Pure Power.